From the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Friday night here on WYLN News. I'm Gary Perna. A water main break in Hazleton left some city streets frozen this morning. The Hazleton City Authority, along with City Fire, Police, and the Streets Department were all on location of the break at Laurel and Mine Streets. The line that broke fed the fire suppression system at the Broad Street Business Exchange, which flooded the basement of that building where the Commission on Economic Opportunity has their food bank located. Now, it doesn't look like any major damage was done to the food as of right now. Laurel Street between Mine and Broad Street was closed for all day today. Now, Broad, Laurel, and Mine Streets were all flooded with water this morning, making it very slippy in the area. That street is still closed at this 5:30 hour. A Wilkes-Barre drug raid uncovered over 12,000 doses of fentanyl and more than $32,000 in cash hidden inside a Kool-Aid container. Now, one man is behind bars. The raid happened in an apartment at 364 Grant Street back on December 28th. Arrest papers said the 25-year-old Osvezio Gonzalez ran a large-scale fentanyl and heroin operation from the apartment. During the raid, agents found 123 grams of bulk fentanyl with an estimated street value of over $42,000. Officers also found heroin, meth, packing material, and a public assistance access card with his name on it. He is charged with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance and proceeding with unlawful activities, among other charges. A fire that happened Thursday afternoon on North Main Street in Wilkes-Barre is still under investigation. The fire crews were dispatched shortly before 4:30 to the residence, where it took around 2 hours to put the fire out. They managed to contain the fire to the one building where a mother and 2 children and a dog made it out safely. A pet cat was unaccounted for. 2 firefighters were injured on the ice and were taken to area hospitals for treatment of their injuries. Fire Chief Jay Delaney said that the weather conditions were brutal and that hose and nozzles were freezing. The American Red Cross was on scene to assist with the displaced residents. An online advertisement led to an arrest of a Hazel Township man who allegedly tried to buy teenage girls on the internet. An investigation by police in western Pennsylvania revealed that David Bresnak of Eversville attempted to traffic minors. He corresponded online with an undercover officer in Brookville and stated that he was willing to drive 150 miles to get there if it was worth his while. He also asked for a nude picture to make sure that the seller wasn't in law enforcement. Police arrested him at the Brookhill Motel. He was charged with trafficking minors, unlawful contact with a minor, and criminal solicitation. Hazleton firefighters responded to numerous reports of heating oil or gas odors at homes in the northeast section of the city, but detected no readings needed for remedial action. Residents in the upper section of Cleveland and Garfield Streets, as well as parts of East First Street and East Diamond Avenue, reported the odors. While the undetermined odor was present, equipment used to measure levels found no presence of the materials. Responders advised the homeowners to flush their floor drains, as well as making sure heating oil tanks and lines they are connected to were functioning properly. City Fire Chief Donald Leschko reminds residents that dumping gas or similar products into the storm drains is a big no, and anyone caught doing so will be reported to the Greater Hazleton Joint Sewer Authority and State Department of Environmental Protection. Officials have released the cause of the fire at the Boscov's department store Thursday morning in Hazel Township. The fire was in the storage room, and that room sustained significant fire damage. Firefighters had to use more than 20 fans to remove a lot of smoke from both levels of Boscov's. A state police fire marshal was called in to investigate the cause of that fire, and he ruled it was faulty electrical equipment. The store was able to open later that day, and a cleanup crew was called in to take care of the damage there at Boscov's. Coming up on Wyln News, a superintendent is needed where? We'll tell you. Plus, the state handed out some grant money today. Find out who got it coming up. But first, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast on Wyln. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, a high of 35. It's sure going to feel like a heat wave after the sub-zeros we've been feeling. Sunday, 43 is a high as we're getting ready for the big Super Bowl party. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Blaze Alexander Family Dealership is very proud to become a part of the Hazleton area. Come see us in Hazel Township or visit us online at blazehazleton.com. There's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac, and Mazda. Plus, a huge inventory of the finest quality pre-owned vehicles available, all with the Blaze Alexander lowest price guarantee. We have a long-held reputation for low prices, great selection, and top-notch service. Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships in Hazleton. We're taking the deals the other guys won't.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
After hearing testimony on Thursday, the Hazleton Zoning Hearing Board voted to grant a variance to a company that wants to operate a medical marijuana dispensary in downtown Hazleton. The proposed facility will operate from the basement of 145 East Broad Street, which is the former post office and courthouse annex building. The variance was granted to Franklin Bioscience with stipulations that include operating in accordance with state, local, and federal regulations, operating between the hours of 9 a.m. and 7 p.m., and providing security at school bus stops near the area. The dispensary will operate strictly from the basement, and products will be sold by prescription only. The Diocese of Scranton is searching for a new superintendent to oversee its Catholic schools. The individual who is chosen will replace Monsignor David Tesler, who stepped down on November 2nd. A search committee of educators was formed to find a replacement. They are looking for a leader who will focus on a 21st century curriculum and continue working in science, technology, arts, religion, and math into the curriculum. The diocese oversees 4 high schools and 16 elementary schools throughout the greater Scranton area. Today, Governor Tom Wolf announced that $44.5 million was awarded for multimodal projects to improve safety, mobility, and local economies. 3 of the projects that receive funding are in our area. West Hazleton will receive $1 million in funding to replace the J.C. Drive Bridge over Black Creek in the Valmont Industrial Park. Replacement of that bridge is needed after the bridge was recently inspected and found to have severe damage to its structure. The city of Wilkes-Barre will receive $250,000 in funding to rehabilitate the bridge that carries Sussex Lane over Solomon Creek. The structure was closed because of damage due to recent flooding and the age of that. And over in Schuylkill County, Klein Township will receive a $211,677 grant to improve 13 sections of existing roads that are deteriorating in the township. U.S. Representative Dan Muser is seeking answers from the EPA on stormwater management regulations resulting in new fees on some Luzerne County properties. Muser, in a letter to the EPA, said that farmers and small businesses with much larger properties are seeing higher fees that threaten their viability. and that residents shouldn't be shouldering the burden of unfunded government mandates, as he's seeking answers to how to alleviate these financial stressors. The new fee from a federal requirement to reduce pollution that drains into the Chesapeake Bay from the Susquehanna River. The Wyoming Valley Sanitary Authority is charging landowners in 32 municipalities throughout Luzerne County to collect more than $8 million for this year's stormwater. That project is ongoing. Blashaw Coal Corporation announced recently that it has achieved the record sales of tonnage of anthracite coal in 2018. The Latimer mining operation sold more than 382,000 tons of prepared coal, 8,000 tons more than the previous sales record back in 2014. The primary drivers behind the sales are growth and increased demand in the metal processing industry, home heating sector, and the food service market, mainly coal-fired pizza. Blashaw sees an accelerated of this region's mining activity as a demand grows. That will also accelerate environmental restoration, community safety, economic growth, and quality of life benefits. The Nexstar Media Group has agreed to purchase the Tribune Media Company, but they will have to sell off some of the TV stations. One of those stations they will sell off is WNEP TV. Nexstar, which owns WBRE TV, must sell off the NEP station to apply with regulatory approval before, according to the FCC filing. Nexstar has agreed to buy Tribune Media Company, the parent company of WNEP TV, in a $4.1 billion deal that would make Nexstar the nation's largest owner of local television stations. The deal must still be approved by the FCC as well as its shareholders. According to the filing, Nexstar has identified overlapping where it can't own, but Tribune and Nexstar stations because of local ownership rules. That includes the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton market. Nexstar said that it will identify other stations as well to be sold. Nexstar acquired WBRE TV, an NBC affiliate, in January of 1988. It also operates a CBS affiliate, WYOU, under a shared service agreement with owners Mission Broadcasting out of Wilkes-Barre. Coming up on Hanover Township's News Choice, we have your weekend review, and we take a trip out to the Health and Wellness Center for today's Community and You. But first, today kicked off a very special month. We're celebrating Going Red. The details coming up. Stay with us.
It's time to say goodbye to 2018 and hello to 2019 during the Start Something New sales event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're celebrating the new year with new savings. Buy a new 2018 Jeep Compass Sport 4x4 with heated seats for only $23,715. Or buy a new 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab truck with Ram Cargo Management for $33,552. That's a savings of over $9,400. It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizzas, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in. Delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
welcome to Community and You. We are on location here at the Health and Wellness Center with Lehigh Valley Health Network. And today we are talking about Heart Month and February. You know, we think of February being Valentine's Day, and it's also a great time to take care of your heart. And all month we're going to be spotlighting some great events here at the Health and Wellness Center through the Health Network. Barbara Hunsinger here is a Director of Cardiac Services. And Barb, a lot of events will be going on all February long, and there are some great events people should come and take advantage of.
Absolutely. So we are planning on for February the 20th. We have a hands-on CPR every single month. We do it on Wednesday, the third Wednesday of the month from 5:30 to 6:30. So that night we are, of course, having our hands-on class, which is just a hands-on CPR, no breathing involved. It's a free class open to the community. Anyone 10 years old and older, depending on the parents' feelings as far as them actually attending the class. So we are going to do it on February 20th for Heart Month. We're going to just extend it a little bit, give some more literature out, maybe have a little bit blood pressure screenings that day for anyone who participates. So you can call the LVHN and sign up for that, or go on the website and sign up for the classes.
And this is also a great time. And in February we talk a lot about heart health, making sure everyone's healthy and taking care of their heart. And there are some events that you guys will be running throughout the month that will, of course, focus right on that, of course, with the hands-only CPR as well.
Exactly. So we are planning some blood pressure clinics all month long, and that's going to be done at the hospital. It's going to be done here at the Health and Wellness Center. We'll have information out. February 1st is a big day for us, and that is going to be Go Red for Women Day. So we encourage everyone out there in the community, wear red that day. We all will be wearing red that day. We expect to have a lot of different promotions, a lot of things going on here and in the hospital setting. We're going to actually take free blood pressures for everyone who actually wants them. We're going to sell red hearts to our colleagues, and we're going to post them around the hospital and the Health and Wellness Center. And the other thing I just wanted you to be aware of also is we have another one just coming up too. February 6th, we decided we wanted to do something else for the community. So we are going to do an AED class. So it's also going to be another free class, going to be done here at the Health and Wellness Center, 3:00 p.m. It's a free class for anyone who wants to learn more information about AEDs and how to use them.
Also, a lot of great information. So again, February is kind of that time to make sure you take care of your heart. You learn a little bit more about some cardiac issues. This is a great opportunity for you to come here and to learn more, thanks to Barbara and the great staff here at Lehigh Valley Health Network. And of course, it's also very important just to be heart healthy all year round, but we're really going to spotlight it here in the month. So Barb, did we miss anything, forget anything?
I don't think so. I think we did a good job.
All right, wonderful. So a lot is going on here, and of course, keep watching here on Community and You. We'll keep you informed of all the great things happening here at the Health and Wellness Center, and of course throughout Lehigh Valley Health Network. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Police in Hazleton said a man involved in a one-vehicle crash in the city Sunday afternoon may have suffered a medical emergency before the crash. 46-year-old Maxwell Woogie was found unresponsive in the vehicle in the 900 block of Carson Street, where it had crashed into a tree. A 7-year-old child suffered minor injuries and was taken for treatment. It's believed he suffered a heart attack just before the crash and died at the hospital. Tuesday. 2 children jumped from an apartment to escape flames early that morning in Wilkes-Barre. The children were not injured. Crews got the call around 2 a.m. to the 3-unit apartment building in the 300 block of Scott Street. The home was heavily damaged and the Red Cross was called in to assist. So far, there's no word on the cause of the fire. Wednesday. An Arctic blast has been hitting our area on and off all week. A wind chill warning was issued for our area, which stayed in effect until 6 p.m. Thursday. Cold temperatures plus wind gusts hit up to 35 miles per hour, which brought temperatures below zero. Those seeking shelter were welcome to do so at Divine Providence Homeless Shelter in Hazleton, which extended their hours for these colder temperatures. Thursday. Firefighters were called out to the Laurel Mall for a fire in the Boscov's department store as sub-zero temperatures blanketed our area early that morning. Crews got the call just before 4:30 a.m. and saw smoke coming from one corner of the Regal Cinema side of the building upon their arrival. The fire was found by crews in a storage room where the sprinkler system kept the fire from spreading. According to Hazel Township Fire Chief Scott Cochin, the storage room sustained significant fire damage, and that corner of the building on both upper and lower levels sustained water damage. Firefighters used a number of fans to remove smoke from both levels of the building. The fire company lost 3 sections of hose due to the extreme cold and needed heavy equipment to pry up the hose, which froze to the ground and cracked in half when firefighters tried to roll it up. The cause of the fire was made public today, being ruled accidental by the state police fire marshal who was called in. Friday. Police, fire, and street department crews were on scene of a water main break in the area of Laurel and Mine Streets in Hazleton this morning. Mine Street was closed between Church and Laurel Streets, Laurel Street was closed between Chestnut and Broad Streets, and Wyoming Street was closed between Broad and Mine Streets. These streets were flooded with water this morning from the break, and people were asked to avoid the area due to its icy conditions. That's it for your week in review here on WYLN News.
Today kicked off the American Heart Month. Since 1963, February has been celebrated as American Heart Month to urge Americans to join the battle against heart disease. Since 2004, February also has been the signature month for the American Heart Association Wear Red for Women campaign and the message that heart disease is not only a man's problem. Today, staff at Lehigh Valley Health Network's Health and Wellness Center wore their red to kick off the month. They will also be having many events going on throughout the month to promote heart health at Lehigh Valley, and even I got the memo today. Before we end the newscast tonight, we want to send a big congratulations out to the Pearl winners from the YWCA, including Lisa Marie Halecki, Dr. Stacey Sando from Degenhart Chiropractic, Jennifer Barton-Sevich from the Floral Shop, and of course the other 2 winners. We wish you the greatest luck being now part of that Pearl Award. That's the news, and remember, you can always get news updates on the WYLN News Facebook page. Stay tuned. A look at the weather is next.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org. You're watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're your local network.